What it is, what it ain't. The South Shakers in the building. Battleground Podcast presents the Shakers Den. And of course, we are here to talk all things Impact Access Wrestling on the best Impact on Access TV post show in the world. And of course, in the Den. That is right, y'all. We in the building tonight. Impact Wrestling. We got 2 more months until we turn into TNA. So we're getting the last couple weeks of Impact Wrestling. A great show. Honestly, I feel like they're giving us what they can, but everybody's been waiting on this new venture. But Santana, how are you? Did you enjoy tonight's episode, tonight's announcements?
From what I could see,
Mm-hmm.
with Impact, because of course, it's time of the month, you grocery shopping, not the other thing. Grocery shopping and everything and everything like that. So I was able to catch some of the things that were happening on tonight's show. I was very happy to see the interaction between Sunny and Trinity.
Oh yeah.
Um, Everything like that. I thought that was really, really cool. Um, Seeing the interaction between like of course someone who's no longer there, Heath and Brian Myers and Moose and all this stuff there. But overall, I feel like tonight's show was really good from
Yeah.
what I was able to catch and everything. Despite the ending and of course the announcements that y'all made, Impact. Y'all want to do this to me? Y'all couldn't wait. Y'all couldn't wait to Hard to Kill, could you? You couldn't.
No,
You wanted me to be mad before the end of the year was over with. That was y'all wanted. So,
no
and
way.
I appreciate that. I didn't want me to be happy. Y'all wait till after the fact to make that announcement.
Mm,
I don't like none of y'all.
crazy. Well, let's get right into it. It seems like BTI is not a thing at this moment because I pull up at 6:15 and I get nothing. So this is technically the first match of the night, kicking us off. Hey, we finna get that Arby's.
I've had it. Enough.
Okay.
I'm not going to no Arby's.
The tale of a 10-year friendship. Deonna Purrazzo, the virtuosa, a 3-time Knockouts World Champion, Knockouts World Champion, yes, a tag team champion in her own right, and Tasha Steelz, of course, the Boricua badass in the building. The greatest to beat the greatest, a former Knockouts World Champion in her own right as well, and also a tag team champion. But there seems to be something a little misunderstood between Tasha and Deonna. There was obviously some miscommunication in their tag match that suffered a loss between the two. Very interesting to see this really unfold. I've been following these two for about 2 years, if not longer at this point, and I know that they're friends. This is not something that is just for TV. They are truly friends, or were, to say the least. But man, the intensity of this match, it's scary because Tasha, I have never in my life. Now we know how we know how Miss Deonna gets down. Like we know.
Absolutely.
Okay, the virtuosa. She's hard hitting. She's technical. She's fun when she wants to be. And when I say fun, I mean she's fun to watch. Tasha was pulling out all of the stops tonight. Like, and I mean, there was a moment where I literally thought she was trying to end the career of Deonna Purrazzo. And you see her even take the move set from Deonna, the finisher, the famous finisher. And what really tripped me out is like, we're towards the end of the match. Tasha's going crazy, hits her with the cutter, and then she backs into the corner. And I truly did not know what was next. I'm like, okay, maybe she's trying to get some time. Maybe she's gaining herself. trying to get ready. That wasn't it. She was getting ready, all right, but Deonna was who she was getting ready for. Deonna gets back up, another cutter, and Deonna takes another loss. Since losing that Impact Knockouts World Championship, Deonna has suffered a multitude of losses at this point. And I know there's a lot of rumors and a lot of other things that people are saying. We just don't know what's going to happen with Deonna Purrazzo. But whatever's going on between her and Tasha is clearly just beginning. These two went at it on social media following their match. And we're going to show you guys a brief clip of what Miss Tasha Steelz actually had to say regarding the match, because let's just be honest, okay? This right here.
10 years. 10 long years, Deonna. That's how long we've been friends. 10 years. We trained together. We traveled together. We broke bread together. We got some amazing stories. And my God, it's amazing. Now, I don't know what happened at Bound for Glory with the miscommunication. I can't put that on either you or I. But tonight I showed who was the better woman. Tonight, I showed why I am the greatest that beat the greatest, Deonna. And I started with you, the greatest technical women's wrestler on this planet. Deonna, for 10 years, you have become not just my best friend, you have become my mentor. You have become an inspiration, a motivation to me. I looked up to you. Now, I don't know what's gonna happen next for Deonna and Tasha, but one thing's for damn sure, that Tasha Steelz, La Boricua Badass, will continue to deliver all the flavor in 2024, in 2025, and so on and so forth. And that is on what? Or
Wow. I feel like that's probably one of the best promos that Tasha Steelz has ever done in her entire life.
Ever.
As far as like Impact, like there's so much emotion, there's so much passion, there's so much like, even though she just went out there and faced someone who she considered to be a best friend or a mentor, she still has the utmost respect for Deonna Purrazzo. Honestly, the utmost respect for her. And I think that in 2024, we're definitely going to be going into a new era of Tasha Steelz. Because I mean, she is the one who beat the greatest to beat the greatest. You know what I'm saying? She has that. And she is the one to say she also defeated Deonna Purrazzo in this match tonight. But it's like she was on the verge of wanting to like just break down and cry, because it's like she didn't want to, whatever miscommunication, of course, they did have a Bound for Glory with the match with MK Ultra. It definitely obviously hit a nerve in Tasha Steelz. Even though they had a little, y'all had a little cute twerking contest. I give you that. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like the match itself, like great opening. From start to finish. I mean, of course, like, you could say they have so much chemistry. Hell, Team Adams at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? But damn, it's just like, damn, Deonna, this is another loss for you. Not saying that it hurts you, but it's like, I mean, can you really consider yourself to still be the virtuosa and you're taking these losses like this here? What happens? Despite the, the rumors and the speculations of where Deonna may go next year or what's going to happen with her contract, but like, Deonna, you're on this verge, like, of just losing. You know what I'm saying? Where you was once up here on top of your game. There was nobody who could beat you. There was nobody who could submit you or anything like that. And then boom, you're falling. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, damn, girl, what happens now?
I guess we'll just have to see. We also heard from Shelly gearing up for his match against Jonathan Gresham. We also saw Kenny King with Sheldon wondering and asking Santino Marella, why is there no answer to his call? Of course, we see ABC back here too, and the quick debacle turns into Kenny and Chris Bay really at each other's throats, and possibly, maybe, if Kenny King accepts this for next week, I'm guessing he'll get a tag team opportunity with Sheldon, which it seems like that's not what Kenny was trying to sought after. He was really genuinely trying to get his digital media championship back. And speaking of the digital media championship, in a very weird, cryptic match that seemed to be no disqualification, but ended up being a actual disqualification match, Tommy Dreamer does retain his title against Crazy Steve, but not only that, he kind of pays Crazy Steve. He kind of gives him a presence of a remembrance of who Tommy Dreamer really is. Blood everywhere, and Crazy Steve leaves the ring, and it seems like he loves the blood, to be honest. I don't really know what's going to transpire with this. I'm hoping that the Digital Media Championship can find another home, because this is just crazy as fuck. We also hear from Jonathan Gresham as he gears up for his match. Like I said, with the main event, Shelly will be defending against Jonathan Gresham. And it's very clear that since leaving Ring of Honor, since leaving AEW, since being in Impact Wrestling, Jonathan Gresham has been able to put on some of the best matches, but still not thoroughly be given the opportunity. And tonight, that was his opportunity in the main event, which we'll talk about a little later. We also had a one-on-one match between Brian Myers and Joe Hendry. And surprisingly enough, the wrestling god himself, one of the wrestling gods. Okay. Was this before? Was this the incident?
The incident happened after this match.
After, okay, I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Like immediately after?
Not immediately after, because
but like
it happened like probably a commercial break afterwards.
Is it in here? Like, is it in our stuff?
Yeah, it's in
okay,
here.
Never mind. Then we'll wait to talk about it. That's what I was checking. But Brian Myers did get a victory over a former digital media champion, Joe Hendry. Looks really good for him. I'm hoping something can.
Did he call him, like, instead of being Edge's bitch, you're now Adam's bitch? Have we moved up over there now?
Wow.
To Adam.
We also hear from Will Ospreay, who will have a match next week with Josh Alexander. I know a lot of people have been speculating Will Ospreay to come to Impact Wrestling. Well, really to come to TNA in January. So we'll just really have to see what happens with that. I think it would be a great call, but I'm not. The dialogue with this is it's overbearing. It's the same with Mercedes and Trinity when people were trying to figure out where they were going. Just let them go where they're gonna go, and then we get to it then. Like we'll get to it. The speculation is just like, it's so irritating at times, because it's like, let's just live in the now, right? And speaking of the now, we are now in Impact Wrestling, but this match here has TNA written all over it. Eric Young defeating Eddie Edwards after Liz thought she was helping. A pile driver given by Eric Young to Eddie Edwards. Oh, I can't. I can't. I definitely. I knew that EY would get the victory, but I'm very curious to see what Eddie is gonna say, because I don't know if he's too happy about.
I mean, Lish did kind of basically cost him the match.
She did.
To be honest, like, girl, you ain't learned from getting put to that table.
Obviously not, and hopefully this doesn't wreck anything in the marriage of the ride or die. You know, I hope it stays contact together, because this is one of my favorite couples.
Might be running out of gas soon.
You said what?
Might be running out of gas when you can't ride no more.
Oh no, they're gonna have to figure it out for TNA. I know that because they're definitely gonna have some competition.
Very much so.
I fear that. I feel like they pulling out a lot of stops for Hard to Kill. That's why it's
That's why they just do a
tickets are
little
still on sale. If you haven't gotten your tickets yet, I know I'm gonna be getting mine very soon because I can't miss this. But Heath decides that he can't miss Brian Myers before he walks out the door. And Moose is like, no. And this is really how I am about Santana. Moose was like, don't fucking address him because if you do, you got a problem with me. Heath was like, oh, is that right? Yeah. Yes. This is y'all ask me why I love Moose so much, and this is it. Moose don't give a damn. Brian Myers just sit out there and had a whole match fighting for his life, got the victory, and you think you're gonna come up here and talk to him like that? No. Heath, to the back. Now, cause your time's coming.
He doesn't even go here anymore.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. That was his locker room say.
Speaking of locker rooms, Sonny Kiss made it very clear that they are here in Impact Wrestling, and there's nothing that's going to stop them from getting their hands on a little gold, but also wanting to show a lot of love and respect to someone who is our current Impact Knockouts World Champion, Trinity. Trinity was very excited to see Sonny Kiss and said that I'll do everything I can to make it happen next week. And of course, it was announced. Trinity versus Sonny Kiss. And guess what? We have footage from this match. Okay? Thank you to Jamari, the Jamari, if you follow him. Thank you to him. We have footage. Don't ever think just because you don't see us doesn't mean we're not working. Okay? That will make a lot of more sense as we trickle down into some things. But yeah, we have eyes and ears everywhere. So you'll be able to see that footage. It will be we'll be doing some collaborations with the Wrestling Classic and also Battle Slam podcast. So make sure you follow them as well. And we've had some great opportunities in the Chicago area with Jamari being in that area. That is his neck of the woods. So he went to he was at the show next week.
Yeah.
He'll be there live. If you know, you know. But can't wait to see this match because I know that they I just know they. And in tonight's filler match, we had a tag team match, and I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm so sorry to these other gentlemen because I don't know who they are.
I only know one of them. His name is Stormy Grayson. That's
oh,
it's the one with the shorts on. That's
this
the only
happened
one.
so quick because I didn't even.
That's the only one I know. Honestly,
y'all don't understand this, and this is I want to say this. I want to be very clear on this. The hardest part about doing post shows is that when you do it like so many hours after, we don't get a lot of replays. So we have to rely on highlights. And if we don't get that and then we miss it on the show and we're at work or whatever, we miss it completely. And this is why we love women's wrestling so much because it's thorough and we get it.
People keep posting the women though.
People always
posting this.
No one's posting this.
All I keep seeing is Trinity and Sonny down my timeline. I'm not seeing, whatever the fuck Fandango and Mr. Bravo doing over here.
Moscow, is that his name?
I guess is his name here. I call him Vladimir.
He was in it. I know I saw a few spots from him and then the match ended. So I figured, of course, they would win because we don't know much of the other talent. This is kind of like, I feel like this was supposed to be on BTI.
You would think, but I guess because we don't have BTI anymore, allegedly as of right now, maybe they're taking a break from it and do something. I guess because they need more matches to be able to fill in for the show. Yeah. And stuff like that too. So
that makes sense. Congrats. I mean, I'm not mad about it. Y'all know I love John Bravo. That's my guy. He's the best. Like, he's the man. It's funny as hell. I love the orange though. Super cute.
Super Tom.
This right here Is why I love Impact Wrestling so much. This, like this segment, I wanted injected in my veins because what are these four people doing together? Absolutely nothing. That's why I love Impact because it don't matter, bro. It doesn't fucking matter. None of this matters. You know why? Because they're gonna find a way to connect the dots. Never knew Kylan King was trained by Bully Ray. Let's start there. Never knew. We still don't know why the fuck Macklin even popped up, only to talk shit to Bully Ray. We don't even know really why, truly, why Bully Ray was pulling up on Jordan Grace. Maybe to show respect, but we don't know. But here's what we do know. Jordan Grace made it very clear. She called her shot. She's going to be facing Trinity at Hard to Kill January the 13th. And she said she's going to make history. I believe her. And this is the early prediction. I'm going to stay on this. There's no way that Jordan loses. And that's just where I'm at right now. If anything changes in a couple weeks, I'll let y'all know. But it's not changing. Bully Ray comes up, tries to show some respect. Don't know what the fuck that was about. Holds out his hand. Jordan's like, my arms are too strong to be shaking your fragile ass hand. And Kylan King taps her on her shoulder. Jordan Grace looks around and is like, girl, the fuck? Then Kylan comes in. Kylan's like, Bully, what the fuck? And then Bully Ray is telling Kylan King, like, you need to chill. And Kylan's like, I need to chill. And Bully Ray was like, yeah. And then Kylan was like, remember what you told me when I walked into training? To never back down? He said, yeah, I'm telling you to back down, motherfucker, right now. If I tell you to back down, that means back down. And then Macklin came in and was like, he's soft. Bully Ray soft. Bully Ray was like, bitch, was I soft when I was beating your ass? And that was the gist of it. It was a lot. I loved every bit of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's what I got from it.
Because I think those who don't understand the lingo are really sitting at home like, girl, what the fuck she just said?
Just watch the segment.
Like, what? This just wraps it up. But
Also,
I mean,
Kylan, I hope you like my hair. It's
Jesus.
very inspired. If you're watching, I'll see you at Ladies Night Out. Yeah?
What was that? 2220? Yeah. I'm gonna clip that for Kylan. Your stalker has made a suggestion or whatever. So I mean, with Bully, I guess being in his soft girl era, and then I guess being in his soft girl era, you know what I'm saying, coming in trying to, you know, greet the girls and be all nice and everything to Jordan Grace or whatever. I think he's turned over a new leaf. I still don't care for. I don't care what leaf he turns. It's still gonna be brittle when we get to summer and spring and shit. So, but with Jordan, I mean, you know, she has a lot to you know deal with, and that's Kylan King. You know, we're in a new age of the king, and she wants her opportunity too. Everybody wants an opportunity, but Jordan Grace is the person who has it right now.
That's true. That's true.
So,
they treat number one contenders like at times when you're a number one contender, you're
like,
bigger than the champion.
Literally.
Literally.
Like, and I mean, well, with Jordan Grace, she kind of, I mean, speaking for impact wise,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Absolutely.
I'm left
out. I did leave out one thing. Kylan King did say she was the king of the knockouts.
Yeah. So, and she's, I mean, with her being on this singles run, she's been putting on great matches. Anytime she steps on the ring, like it's never a dull moment to see her in a ring at all whatsoever. She's been killing the backstage promos. She's killing it in everything. So
yeah, you can ask a lot of these girls on the indies too. They'll tell you. Most of the girls I've interviewed in the past, you know, in the mysterious place that we were at, they always brung up a Kylan King. Like she's the one that can wrestle. She was literally the king of the indies. Truly, no diss to Matt Cardona. Sorry.
Yeah.
But she was the one that you want to get in the ring with, you want to spar with. And I think she's become one of the most underrated in a sense, but I don't like to say underrated because I don't think she's been able to be rated in that like solidified spot. I think it's just more so like overlooked. She's very overlooked. People overlook her maybe because she hasn't been to a WWE, and maybe she did work in AEW, and people may not be as familiar with it. But I don't know. Personally, I think that what came out of this is really great. Of course, we'll get a mixed tag match. These are all of the matches that we do have for next week, starting with Will Ospreay and Josh Alexander going one-on-one, Sonny Kiss versus Trinity. We also, yeah, I can't breathe. We also had Myron Reed come to Impact Wrestling tonight, made it very clear that he was going to be with his brothers and they were going to be causing havoc. They will be taking on the team of Laredo Kid, Black Taurus, and Guerrera next week. And then Kylan King and Macklin will be teaming up against Bully Ray and Jordan Grace, which I think it should be swapped, but what do I know? Moose will take on Heath, and I'm sure he's going to beat the hell out of him. ABC seems like they will be defending those tag team titles against Kenny King and Sheldon. Any early predictions for any of these matches?
So I'm gonna go Will, Trinity, Rascals. I'm gonna do Macklin and Kylan, Moose, and then ABC.
That's the first time we've ever done predictions. That's the first time we've ever done predictions 6 for 6. Because literally, and the only reason I think Jordan takes the loss is because of bullying.
Very much so.
And this gives Kylan a chance. But yeah, cleared it. And then of course we move on to the main event. Of course, they're not going to let Shelly drop, even though he can barely fucking walk. But Alex Shelley and Jonathan Gresham were our main event, and of course Shelley walks out as champion. Jesus Christ! At Hard to Kill, Saturday, January 13th, we will be live in Las Vegas for Hard to Kill, live on pay-per-view, 8 p.m. Eastern. TNA is fucking back, according to
I have to change everything here.
Everything. Stop asking. Scott D'Amore says, stop asking about that damn game and stop asking about that goddamn 6-sided ring. Stop asking him about other shit and just come to the damn show.
Yeah, we're just trying to figure out what the hell going on over here. We're trying to figure out who the hell is already over there before we pull up.
He said,
that's what we're trying to figure out. You invited us here.
I can't even get my life together.
You invited us here. I'm asking who all over there. You don't want to tell me. You just saying pull up. Hey, I need to know who's all gonna be there before I decide to pull up.
Stop asking me that shit.
I just want to know. I want to know that. I really want to know who all over here before I decide, so I can make a decision on if I want to pull up or not.
Well, listen. I don't give a fuck if they had Mickie James wrestling in a goddamn broom and Jordan Grace going against the biggest tiger in the goddamn field. I will be there regardless of the matter. And also Alex Shelley will be there defending his Impact World Championship and losing to Moose. Okay. I'm not going to spend all this money for y'all to be so fucked up to let Shelley win.
You're gonna be used to spend your money.
Bro, I'm going to be so fucking angry. Cause it's main event. I would literally take my wig off and throw it in the ring. Like I'm dead at. I will snatch that shit off and I will throw it. He better whatever. We'll get there when we get there. In a big announcement, Final Resolution is back. Impact Wrestling is back, should I say, Toronto, Ontario, Saturday, December the 9th. Live for all Impact insiders, and of course, live on Impact Plus and Fight TV. We will be streaming and possibly have a post show for this. The Detroit City Boys, Shelly and Chris Sabin, will be taking on the team of Josh Alexander and Zack Sabre Jr. What? Honestly,
I'm having a fucking panic attack right now. I need to calm the fuck down because I'm having a panic attack right now because I'm so fucking mad.
I knew that clip would be used somehow.
This was me. When I saw them posted,
Literally.
I was literally like, oh my god, if Zack Sabre Jr. because I know he's been talking about it, whatever. I was like, damn, if Zack Sabre Jr. comes to Impact and I'm there, I'm gonna lose my shit. I can't even be there for his debut.
It's
And
heartbreaking.
y'all couldn't do this at Hard to Kill. Like why Final Resolution? Why not Hard to Kill? That would
You
have
don't
been
think
perfect.
you don't think he's gonna pop up?
I don't know.
How's Shelly gonna wrestle? This match can't happen at Hard to
Is
Kill.
he not hurting?
He is hurting.
I'm flabbergasted because I was like, damn. I even tweeted that I was like, damn. If Zack Sabre Jr. shows up at Hard to Kill, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Well, he's in Final Resolution.
I can't lose my shit. That's in Canada. Let me tell you something. This year, yeah, I hope y'all had y'all fun overseas and in Canada. Don't pull that shit next year. I'm telling you right now.
Nashville, let me tell you something. If you bring back TNA and think for one goddamn minute you're not coming back to Nashville, no. I know. I heard they were going back to Dallas, as well, because that venue, the Deep Factory, I think is what it's called, is absolutely amazing. The Deep Factory, I think is what it's called. In the event space in Dallas, always beautiful. This will be my third Hard to Kill, and I'm very excited about this. I think this is something that I probably will never miss. If God willing, I think Hard to Kill will always be my pay-per-view. Kind of like a SummerSlam in a sense.
Well, this will be my second one.
Correct, yeah. Because the first one you couldn't make it, unfortunately, but we figured it out.
Yeah.
But that was it, y'all. That was all that we had for Impact on Access TV. I know a bit of a short vibe. You know, we've been doing our stuff. We have so much that we have to share. We have so much stuff that we have to put out. There's so many different I still have content from Kylan King and Jody Threats match. I still have content to put out. Santana still has a lot of different surprises coming with the graphics, so many different stuff we've been able to do. We also were a part of a really huge interview that will be dropping tomorrow. I'm going to share a clip with you guys right now. I know this is Impact, but we're going to do a WWE Invasion because I've been getting a lot of support from this interview. It's the same feeling that I felt when we did the Cody Rhodes. And I say we because even if it's just me in the building, it's still us. We're still the Salt Shakers. It's still the Salt Shakers. I was still introduced as one half of the Salt Shakers. There's been so much love. It's so overwhelming. With that being said, there's going to be a lot of content coming out moving forward. We're trying to promise what we can with the AEW stuff, but what we recommend now is that you go and just check out the other girlies, the AEW girlies like Lyric and Low, who've been holding it down for Dynamite, Mika and Al, who are holding it down for Collision and Rampage, and also other content creators in the spaces of AEW. I was listening to Kate from Fightful, so passionate, and I mean, I could. Those are the people that you want other people to look at. Those are the people that genuinely care for the business, that get mad about shit happening in the business, even though it's kayfabe. You know, it's still, you have a passion for it. So AEW on the back burner right now. I'm not gonna lie. Hopefully we get to do some stuff with them, but we don't know. You know, but this year has been a really big game changer for us in so many different ways. We've been able to talk to so many different people. We're also gearing up for WrestleCade, so there's going to be a lot of great content coming out there. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the clip, and then after that, we'll close out and, you know, chat for a little bit. But big shout out to the Wrestling Classic and the team over at WWE for you know, allowing us to even be a part of this. It was absolutely amazing. Bianca Belair is we've actually met Bianca. We met Bianca and Charlotte together, which is both of our favorites. It's something that kind of bonded us even heavier because we both made sure that each other met our faves. We were both out there at 7:00 in the morning. We both traveled to make sure. And I mean, those meet and greets, y'all, like, they're free for a reason. but you have to be out there. We've stood out 2 hours, you know. So getting this, Santana's gonna hate me for saying this, but this should have been Santana. It just couldn't have been because of scheduling, but this should have been Santana. So I did this for Santana, but it's a small clip. Me and Bianca share a lot in common. So it's a small clip about my hometown and our home state. So
when I had my WrestleMania entrance with the HBCU band, and
yeah.
it was like nostalgia for me because my high school band mimicked the HBCU band. Like we had the dancers, we had the drum line, but Brainerd after like the football game the football game was over.
Yeah,
they were battling on the field with the band.
always.
Cheerleaders were battling during basketball, so it was like Brainerd. Yeah.
Brainerd is the high school that I went to. Austin East is the school that she went to, and we were rivals. And she's talking about, you'll get to see more in the interview tomorrow. She's talking about the rivalry that was built and how we went to high schools that were designed around HBCUs. Me being an HBCU graduate, having that conversation with someone like Bianca Belair was very important. I'm still overwhelmed. Not gonna lie. Still don't believe it even happened. So make sure you check that out tomorrow, and hopefully we'll be able to do some more amazing interviews. You know, we do this to have fun. We truly do this to have fun on our post shows, and we come on our post shows to spend even more time together, in the sense of we spend all day together, and now we have to look at each other's faces for at least maybe an hour, and that's the best time because we get to laugh, have a good time. And I say that to say, if the passion's not there, it's gonna show. I hope that genuinely, for those that support us, thank you so much, because genuinely I hope y'all see that passion that we have and that genuine. When Santana makes a graphic, she doesn't just make a graphic for it to look good. She makes it look good because she cares. That's the difference. She doesn't just slap something together. Okay.
You can find that interview on the Wrestling Classic YouTube channel. You can find the clip on the Wrestling Classics YouTube channel on tomorrow. So definitely go subscribe here and everything. We're not strangers to being on the Wrestling Classes. We've been on there before.
Yeah.
Things like that. I mean, we're not strangers to being over there, because Nikki's been on there. We've been on there together and stuff. So like, yeah.
Jamari's been on there. Tim's been on there.
A lot of people that's been on there.
Yeah.
And people from the beginning, not just.
I'm blessed. I will say I'm very blessed to have Justin, and
check it out, though.
I'm blessed for us to have a platform. Like, we have our own platform. Santana was very adamant. Before any decision was made about anything, Santana was very adamant about, like, it's time to start. Like, I know people have been telling us, like, we have to start our own thing. And Santana made sure that any idea that I had, it was executed. And anything that she did, I was promoting. We are the only ones that are running the behind the scenes. So having people look out for us, like Battleground Podcast, like the Wrestling Classic, like Impact Wrestling, like WWE, having people looking out for us is so overwhelming in a good way. Like, I literally sent out a tweet and was like, oh my God, I just interviewed Bianca Belair. I didn't even think it. I wanted to just say it so that way I look at it and I know it fucking happened. Like, that date and time. I turn my phone over. I wake up to like 25,000 impressions. Like, literally. I'm telling you, we about to start making money on my motherfucking Twitter. Like, fuck the bullshit. But I say that because there's so much like genuine love in this industry, and I hope that people stay motivated. I know it's getting darker outside. That causes depression, and I know sometimes we get discouraged by things that happen. I want to say, I want to give a really big shout out to Stephanie Hardy and Katrina for what they're doing. And I know it's been a struggle for some of us, but we have to keep pushing. and we have to stay vigilant. And I just want to show them love because they have worked just as hard to be here. And everyone has, to be honest. I think that a lot of us have just gotten in this space where there's a lot of love, there's family here, and there should be protection here, and there should be a safe haven. There's going to be struggles, but there's also going to be some great times, and we're here to support just as much as we get support, because we do get a lot of love. Want to give a big shout out to Taya Vakary too. Got a message, like just 3 words from her the other night, and it really just made me feel so. I've had a deep connection with Taya over the years, and she's been someone I've missed seeing on TV. But that message that I got was just those 3 little words, proud of you. That means the world to me. So shout out to Taya for always supporting. Shout out to everyone who's always supported us. Shout out to Myron, who debuted tonight. Well, technically came to Impact. He'll debut next week, but Myron's always supporting our stuff too. Danny Limelight came on the show. Shalance is always, looking out, doing stuff. I got it. Just dawned on me. But seriously, thank y'all for so much of the support, because we've been grinding. Santana started a new job this week. So on top of all the stuff that we're doing, we're working. We're feeding ourselves, feeding families, feeding our hobbies and our interest. And we couldn't do this solely, we couldn't. And having that support is motivating. We don't like the clicks, the views, the whatever, it's going to come there. What we do here at the Shakers Den is we want people to know that we genuinely love professional wrestling and sports entertainment. And that's the slogan. We genuinely love women's wrestling. We don't just talk about it. Okay? Anything else?
I mean, how does anyone come back or say anything after that? Definitely make sure y'all pull up for well, what do we have? We don't have anything. We don't really have anything.
Our next show is SmackDown versus Raw.
That is true. We got to figure out if SmackDown makes a comeback this week. I feel like SmackDown is going to make a comeback this week, because Monday Night Raw was crazy, but I feel like SmackDown is going to make a comeback. So we have that show, and then you turn it back over to next week where we got NXT Uncut, and run back into Impact Wrestling, and then that's about it. I'm going to a WWE live show next weekend. So I'm happy about that. Maybe I get to see my man Pete Dunne up close and personal. I mean, maybe I get to see Bianca. Bianca's supposed to be there. Charlotte's supposed to be there. Bailey's supposed to be there. LA Knight's supposed to be there. Jimmy's supposed to be there.
Yeah.
The SmackDown. Rey Mysterio is going to be there, and I'm so excited. Really, really excited about that. So I don't know. Hopefully I get some videos or some pictures with them or something like that. I'm not as a pitch. I don't know how people put their phones out in front of people. Oh my God, take a photo with me. I'll be nervous. I'm like, damn. Hell no. But other than that, we definitely always thank you guys for hanging out with us in any capacity. I don't fucking want Logan Paul at all whatsoever. And I barely want Santos because he piss me off. But we'll discuss a lot more about that on SmackDown, on Raw versus SmackDown.
We might do a surprise gaming night this weekend because we haven't done it in a while.
Yeah, I don't have anything to do. I've been watching Invincible. I've been catching up on Jujutsu Kaisen. I fucking have sort of recovered from Attack on Titan. I'm watching The Boys now. So like I've been trying to watch other shows that don't have anything to do with wrestling because I'll be missing out a lot and everything. So because wrestling is literally every day, even if it's not just big major promotions and stuff, indie stuff, is things over in across the world and stuff like that. So try to catch up on shows that I don't necessarily get to watch that often. But yeah, like as to agree to everything that Nikki said, we definitely do appreciate everybody. Yeah. Was it Big Brother just finished? Survivor, Amazing Grace, Amazing Race is on. So yeah, Logan Paul did a risky photo shoot on Twitter. He pulled a many roles. He did, but they're not gonna fire Logan Paul. If they can bring someone who, if you know what happened when he was in Japan, you know, it doesn't matter to them at all whatsoever. But once again, we always do thank you guys for hanging out with us here. For any post show that we do here at the Shakers Den, brought to you by Battleground Podcast. Definitely make sure you do check out the interview tomorrow with Nikki and Justin with Bianca Belair on the Wrestling Classics YouTube channel. Sure, if you follow him on Twitter or you follow him on Instagram, you'll be able to see it because it's going to get posted. There's already been a clip there. Definitely, I know Nikki's going to promote it. I'm going to promote it. And you'll see it shared all over social media and stuff like that too. So definitely take a look into that. Make sure you continue to follow us on all socials, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Make sure you follow our Twitches, Nikki's Twitch and Nikki Bougie, mine and Holistic, of course.
We blowing up.
Yeah, I will be back in gaming real soon. All that. So
1 month.
1 month. Just because I need by before this year is over with.
Tops.
Holistic will be back gaming. Okay?
I'm talking about bad. Y'all don't understand like what run this woman was on before. Like, I'm talking about 1,000 viewership.
Listen, it was an everyday thing getting affiliate. I'm still affiliate now, but the only streaming that happens on my Twitch now is our post show. So that does still keep content going while I'm gearing up to get back into actually gaming and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, taking a break. I got to rebuild my wall over here too, because like all my wrestling stuff on that side for like work and everything. So I got to see what I'm gonna do with this wall over here. I don't know if I want to make it anime. I'll probably make this side anime and that side wrestling, but maybe mix in some shit. I don't know. I have to see what I want to do. You know, I want to build a museum in my apartment. I always said I wanted to do that. But yeah, like but I like painting, so I love paintings.
Yeah.
I like there's this guy that's on Twitter, well, not Twitter, but Instagram, who does a lot of anime paintings, and they're like absolutely amazing. I want to have all of his paintings of like my favorite animes on the wall, like just going through and shit like that. And there's a lot of people who do a lot of wrestling paintings too, as well. I want to put those on my wall too, and like also even the photos that I take at wrestling shows, I want to put that on my wall too. So like I want to have like I want to have like a walking anime wrestling museum in my apartment. And even when I get a house, I want the same thing. I want you to walk in, there's like paintings and murals and shit all in my damn place. But other than that, it's not about my personal life. This is about the Shakers Den, and we definitely thank you guys once again for hanging out with us on your Thursday going into your Friday morning, midnight snacks and everything like that. Make sure you guys definitely come back and hang out with us for Raw vs. SmackDown. And if we do a surprise gaming night, you have those notifications on our Twitches, and you'll know and everything like that. But once again, shout out to Battleground Podcast as always for having us here on the platform. And once again, you are tuned in to the Shakers Den, where of course it is invite only. You guys have a great night, and we'll see you guys real soon.
Do cha, do cha, do cha, do cha, do.